This is the KRUI News at Noon, brought to you in part by the Daily Iowan. This is KRUI, Iowa City.
It's noon in Iowa City. The temperature is 48 degrees. And for KRUI, you're with the Kelseys today. I'm Kelsey Sopchyk.
And I'm Kelsey Miller.
Here are the headlines for this Tuesday morning.
A new campaign launches for Sexual Assault Awareness Month.
Senator Rand Paul's big announcement.
And the family of an Iowa State student is hoping for justice in their daughter's death.
The Johnson County Sexual Assault Response Team locally launched the Start by Believing campaign. The movement started in 2010 through an international organization. But with April being Sexual Assault Awareness Month, advocates and officials found it the perfect time to launch the campaign in Iowa. Many studies show that a negative response from the first person a victim tells will decrease the chances of the victim ultimately reaching out for the necessary help. Start by Believing hopes the straightforwardness of their campaign will get many to pledge and support the movement, and especially the victims.
Senator Rand Paul has officially kicked off his campaign in pursuit of the Republican presidential bid. Paul starts his 5-state tour today in his home state of Kentucky. Paul will be visiting New Hampshire and South Carolina before stopping in Iowa City on Friday. Paul will be speaking at the Iowa Memorial Union in the second-floor ballroom from 10 to 11 a.m. The event is free and open to the public. Tickets can be reserved at iowaforrandpaul.com.
The fate of the Boston bomber is now in the hands of a jury. Deliberations began today in the trial of Johar Tsarnaev, who faces life in prison or the death penalty for his contribution in the bombing of the 2013 Boston Marathon. The 21-year-old stands accused of 30 counts, and 17 of those carry a sentence of death or life imprisonment. Since the testimony began on March 4th, the prosecution has called 92 witnesses to the stand, and the defense has called just 4. The case has been a mismatch from the start, but the defense is hoping the jury will spare Tsarnaev his life.
A candlelit vigil is in the works for UI student Andrew Mogny. After a 40-foot fall while studying abroad in Italy, Mogny, a junior and fraternity member, died Sunday morning. Details on the vigil will be released on the Sigma Nu fraternity social media accounts and through a formal statement from Sigma Nu's president. The vigil will be held at the Iowa Memorial Union and is open to the public.
The parents of the Iowa State student who was found by Iowa City Police last fall is still grieving over the loss of their daughter, Tung Xiao. The family is beginning to wonder if they will ever get answers in Xiao's death. The victim's father has been in contact with Iowa City Police throughout their search for Xiao's boyfriend, Shengnan Li. Officials do have a warrant out for Li's arrest, but they do want to reiterate that he is only a person of interest. Li has not been accessible since he fled to China shortly after Xiao's disappearance, but the hashtag #FindLi is spreading on social media. With over 22 million shares, those close to Xiao hope it will push at least somebody to come forward.
All of that left behind change is sure adding up for Transportation Security Administration workers. According to the 2014 fiscal year report, airline passengers left behind nearly $675,000 in loose change last year. However, TSA workers are not receiving bonus checks from your left behind change. Congress gave the TSA permission to use the money to help fund its security operations.
Makes me want to go cash the change in my piggy bank.
Oh, me too.
Well, it looks like the April showers are here and will hang around until the weekend, but the good news is it looks like the warmer temperatures are going to stick around too. Outside right now, it's 50 degrees, and you can expect consistent rain showers this afternoon and throughout the night. That's all we have for your news at noon today. Be sure to check out your next KRUI News live at 5 tonight for news and awesome interviews. Stay tuned right now for sports. For KRUI, I'm Kelsey Sopchyk.
And I'm Kelsey Miller.